Yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome to the show. Welcome to the On the Spot show, where you guys put me on the spot to create something cool and entertaining and amazing within 50 minutes or so. I'm looking at the chat. I'm looking at everybody here. If you guys have any comments, anything at all, just make sure you put it on the comments down below. I want to see your feedback as we go. Are we good on sound, music, everything good? I'm getting a yes. That's awesome. Okay, so on the spot. What is on the spot? What's up, Apurva? PR? Are you from Puerto Rico? That sounds like a cool name. Awesome. Sounds good, says Sean. Awesome. Hi, everybody. Welcome in. So, everything good. Okay, so as I was saying, On the Spot, what is On the Spot about? It's a show about you guys putting me on the spot to create something cool within 50 minutes or so. I am so excited to do that. It is a challenge, but it's a challenge that I'm used to doing, and I've been doing it for a long time. I do have a timer here, and we're going to be timing ourselves for 45 minutes to get this challenge done. Why do I do this? Why do I like doing this? First of all, creativity is like a muscle. So if you don't really exercise it a lot, if you are not out there like trying to improve that side of your creative skills, you won't be able to really perform at a high level. So I see it in that sense of like preparing for the work that I'll be doing for clients and things like that. And I feel like that's a very valuable thing to do. So if you don't have a timer and you're not used to doing this kind of work that is kind of spontaneous and really like putting yourself in a vulnerable position where you are putting pressure on yourself and then you're feeling like, oh man, I might be failing at this. I feel like it's a beautiful experience. Everybody should do it. In fact, I am wanting to challenge all of you guys to take the On the Spot challenge. So every week you can submit your posters on Discord. I'm going to talk about Discord at the end. And I'm going to dedicate the first 5 minutes of the episode to every Wednesday to review y'all's submissions on Discord. But I'll talk about Discord in a second. We'll link the Discord down here, and then you guys can go specifically to the On the Spot channel inside of Discord, and then we can do that every week there. But timer, why a timer? I mean, design is infinite. You can design forever. So you really need to kind of time yourself as you're doing work. I have a small team of people that work with me, and I always challenge them to time themselves when they're creating things. It's a thing that you have to do because, like I said, design is infinite. You can design forever. So it's a really big need to time yourself so you can like put yourself in some pressure. And also, sometimes you design something for like 3 hours, 4 hours, and that could be it. That could be the masterpiece. That could be the amazing thing. And then what do? You keep designing, and then you change it again. So make sure that you are really timing yourself. I have my timer here for 45 minutes. And how is this going to go down? First of all, let me share with you guys a little bit of kind of my work and what I've done for a while. So normally I would post these in the past every day. Every single day I would challenge myself to create one for about an hour, sometimes an hour 20, sometimes 45 minutes, whatever time I had. And I would create from, all kinds of stuff, from experimental things like this one, which was a collaboration with my friend Chris, to like literally sitting on the computer and like challenging myself to, okay, what do I need to create today? What do I make today? And now I don't do it every day. I do it every time I have a chance, but I still try to do the exercise as much as possible. And there's things that I it's more exploring options inside of Photoshop with like basic tools. There are things that are a little bit more advanced and I spend more time in it. And then I always try to mix illustration and photography as much as I can. But yeah, this is like, you can follow me here on Instagram and we can talk during the week, and we can do it through Discord as well. And then you can see all the stuff that I've done in the past, like one frame animations and whatever this is, which honestly I have no clue how I did this. Looking at it right now, I'm like, how did I do this? I think I normally start on Photoshop, and then I, take it to sometimes websites, and then this is how my eyes look sometimes after I'm done with the design. It's kind of like the perks of being a designer, you start looking 70 when you're 30, and it's like a normal thing, you know how it is. So pixel stretching, Sean, is one of the things that I love doing the most. I'm sorry for keeping that image so long on the screen. Anyways, this is the kind of work I do. Sometimes I do more illustration type of work, which takes a lot longer than an hour, and just putting that out there. Sometimes, this work can be a little bit longer, but yeah, it's what I love doing. So I enjoy doing this, and there's nothing more therapeutic for me than sitting down on the computer and just doing something for fun. So I'm gonna start a timer now because we're running out of time already, and the timer is running down, and I'm gonna start going to Photoshop. Normally this is my canvas size. People ask me this online all the time. What is your canvas size on Photoshop? I normally make it this size, which is compatible with the new Instagram format, and also is compatible with like a lot of different poster formats. And I make it 300 dpi. You can keep the color sRGB, which is going to tone it down a little bit. I didn't have a color profile in the past, and the colors were like super bright. So if you're going for that look, you can do that if you want to. And I'm gonna click OK, and this is where we start. We start with nothing. Normally, I like to start with a photo, and I pre-generated some images here. I want to show you guys using AI that we can start with today, and then we can develop from those images. But obviously, it's like it's a game, right? It's just seeing what we have and seeing what we can create with this. So these are the images that I have here, and I don't know if we could do a poll. I have no clue how to do that, and I'm putting whoever is doing it on the spot. But I would like to do a poll for these images here that I have. I do like this one with the two subjects. I think we could do something interesting. I saw a close friend of mine that I've collaborated with in the past doing something interesting, like stretching the pixels. Like, I've done that a lot of times. He did it in an interesting way where both photos were coming together. And maybe we can do that with this photo. I'm excited. If we did that, I would be excited about that. This pose is really cool. I feel like there's a lot of depth here. So that maybe that could be our option number 2 is the younger guy. Option number 3 would be the older guy. And option number 4 would be the pointing girl. And option number 5 would be the green background girl. I don't know what you guys think would be the best approach. Jessica, thank you and welcome. What's up, Josh? How you doing? Hello, Bree. Hello, Jack. Everybody, thank you for being here. I'm super excited. I'm getting some 3s. I'm getting some 4s. I forgot already what it was. Number 1, number 2 was this. Number 3 was the older guy. Number 4 was this one, and number 5 this one. I skipped the eye because the eye is like I feel like it would be really easy to do something with this, at least what I'm imagining. There's not a lot of room to play with this one. It's going to be a little bit more challenging, so I don't want to do that one. Or maybe if we have 5 minutes at the end, I'll do what I'm thinking could be a good thing to do with this one. Okay, there's a poll on YouTube. So if you guys, Jack, thank you for helping with that. If you guys can go to YouTube, click on the link right there if you're on Behance. If you're on YouTube, please just, vote for whichever one you think would be the best, and we'll just do that one. So number 1, again, the girls right here. Number 2, the guy, the younger guy. Number 4, the older guy. Number 3, I'm sorry. Number 3, the older guy. And number 4, the girl on green. Okay, 40% number one. I'm trying to see the poll. I only see, it's only showing as number one for me. Like the poll is. 4, I'm getting a couple 4s on Behance. What does the poll say? I cannot see. Okay, there it is. Okay, 45% number one. Okay, for the sake of time, we already wasted 5 minutes. Not wasted, but used 5 minutes on the poll. So these are slightly different. It's the same image, just like improved a little bit. And let me see which one has more detail. Maybe this one. Not sure. And then, I can, maybe another day if you guys are interested in that, we can walk through how I normally generate my images. Thank you for the poll, guys. Got it. I see it. I see the result, number one. We're going with it. Number 4 is close, 25%. Maybe we can do it some other day. Awesome. Renato, it's good to see you, bro. Good to see you in the chat. Awesome. Okay, we'll move into doing this image. So the idea that I have with this image is like, because I saw my friend create this yesterday, and he's an excellent creator. We've collaborated in the past, and it's funny because like he's very talented, and we've done some work in the past. It looks pretty similar, our work, and it's just always fun to have people that you can do live with and create with. So as I create, I'm sometimes going to be talking about stories and things of my life and things that are going on. Sometimes I'm going to be referring to the tools that I'm using. Right now, I just use the new remove tool, which automatically does it for you, and it's just like amazing. Isn't this crazy? I don't know how long have you guys been doing design, but just to get this with a click is insane. Yeah, I'm old, so I need the old guy. Misty said that on Behance. I'm old too, Misty. I feel like I'm old. I look like I'm struggling. I do have 2 kids though. I'll tell you that much, and that will make you old so quickly. But it's always fun to have kids, man. They're the best thing in the world. Okay, I'm duplicating these, and I'm going to break one of the secret rules of design, which is to make things to kind of like break the image, so that I cannot go back and fix it through a smart object. It's never good to do this because when you're working with clients, something will happen. A client will go back and they're going to want to go to round 1, and you want to have the possibility to do so. So it's never good to do what I'm doing here, but again, for the sake of time, when you're doing this fast, you don't care. You got to do it fast, right? So the next thing that I want to do is I want to separate both subjects, which you can do by just clicking on the selection tool and just going over them, or you can use the new tool. There's a new tool here, select people. It's going to detect the people, and then you can even select different body parts, like their lips and their eyes, and you can do all of that. So that is always a good thing to do as well. It's loading for me right now. It's taking a little bit, but trust me, when you do that, that happens. Also, you can do it by just dragging the tool around, which is also really good. In this case, I'm just going to do it like this. I'm just going to copy paste this girl up here. So right now we have her on this side, and then I'm just going to invert the selection and invert selection and delete. Okay, so now we have this girl here and this girl here. Sometimes when you're creating this fast, accidents are going to happen, like this kind of like shadow thing. It's an accident, but I like it. So I might leave it, I might not leave it, I don't know, not sure. But we'll go with this for now. And then what we're gonna start doing is we're gonna start what I saw that my friend did, and I'm totally copying this from him from my memory. And this is how you copy things, by the way. If you see something online that you like, there's a lot of like don't copy things or whatever. I've had thousands of people copy my work, and I've copied thousands of things that I've seen online. The way you copy things is that you want to remember them in your brain. You don't want to really try to imitate exactly what the person is doing, but you want to imitate the idea, right? You want to either do like kind of see things and forget them, or like get the idea from them. and develop it, right? So in this case, what we're gonna do is that I'm gonna duplicate this again just in case I mess it up. And I'm going to be grabbing the girl on the right here. And let's just select a little part of her face, like really small. Like you see the width here is 13 pixels. I don't know if you guys can see that. It's really small. So I'm gonna do the width at 15 or so. That works. And this is one way to do this. You can do it so many other ways. I'm gonna deselect the part that I don't want. And then I'm gonna make a copy of this and paste it. Sometimes when you copy paste, and I don't know if somebody has the answer to this, he pastes it whatever he wants to paste it. I want it specifically to paste on top of it, on top of where it actually is right now. So if you go to paste special, you can paste in place. So that means that that layer is exactly where it needs to be in relation to the other thing, right? So that works. Now let's stretch this one out like this. Perfect. And that works. Okay. That works just fine. Now let's do the same thing with the other girl on the left of here. So yeah, we are going with like a pixel stretching thing for this one. Hopefully it looks cool at the end, guys. I honestly don't know. I have not made this before. Maybe with this one, let's try something different. Let's try doing it. Let's go to Liquify for this one. And let's liquify it a little bit, the face over here. So we're gonna be using the first tool up here. And the size, that's fine. I'm used to also pressing Control and Option at the same time and dragging my mouse to make the brush bigger and also the softness up and down. So you can do that too. So a little tip there. You want the pressure high for this one, maybe a little higher. And we're gonna be stretching her face. This is a cool way to do it too. I don't know if it's gonna work or not for what we're trying to do. We'll see. We'll see, guys. It's not stretching a lot. What am I doing wrong here? Density, maybe? Yeah, we need a little bit more density. Always the density, guys. Sometimes these tools, it's like you use them every once and forever. And I tend to forget a lot of like, oh, how did you used to do that? I guess the way that I work inside of Photoshop, Illustrator, and all that is more instinct-based than actually knowledge. I did not go to school for this. This is kind of like my hobby became my work, and I'm trying to still separate it. You know, keep my hobby as my hobby and my work as my work, but sometimes they blend. And that's a good thing and also a bad thing for those who are in the industry and know what I'm talking about. Yeah, but we're stretching this one right here. I don't know if you guys can see that all right. We're not going for perfection here, guys. We're quickly... I am crazy for trying this on the stream, honestly. I'm like questioning myself right now. I'm like, why are you trying this live on the stream? You've never done this before. I mean, this specific look I've never done before. I've obviously stretched things, which, you know, by the way, if you want to kind of go back, if you press Option, you can go back on to restore kind of like the image, right? So say you want to do this, you can press Option and then it'll restore the image to what it was before. Let's click OK on this. It's totally different than the left. It is a different look though. I do like it, but it's different than the left. So we're gonna go back on that. I went back too many times. I'm gonna go back on that and let's do the same treatment that we did for the right on the left. Let's just, we're gonna grab, it's around here, right? Around the eye. Before we had like what, 12 pixels or so. So we wanna go ahead and do that. Grab like around 12 pixels, 13 pixels. Maybe if you can do it smaller, do it as small as you can. Because it's going to look a little bit better. And then we're gonna copy. And again, we're gonna go paste in special place, paste in place. That's going to put it right where it needs to be in relation to the face. And then we're going to be stretching it out. Just like that. Okay. Clicking OK on that. That looks cool. And the coolest part is that we have an individual. We're gonna need that in a second. I'll show you why. Okay, so next, what we're gonna do next, we're gonna click on the warp tool. I don't know if you guys have used this. So you go obviously Command T, and then left click warp. And on this is just, you can add different points here, like a mesh, by pressing Command and clicking. So I'm gonna do that for the parts of the face that will have like a natural indent, because I want it to look like it's circling around, right? So like around the eye, you will have like a little, you know, indent there that goes in and then out. So let's do that there. Let's do one down here. And then we can warp this a little bit, right? Kind of like this. I mean, this is more of a mechanical way to do it. We could also do it through just this tool right here, the smudge tool, or we could do it through Liquify as well. I'm doing it through this right now. I don't know why, but let's try it out. I want to show you guys how to do it in any way you want. All the stuff that I normally do, just putting it out here. I don't know why I can grab this. Okay, so you can separate the points like you would do in normal, like using points in Illustrator. Pressing Command, for example, you can just isolate that point. Okay, let's see what that looks like a little bit. Kind of okay. I'm going to grab this smudge tool and do it with this weight now. I'm telling you guys, we might fail. We might fail here today. We cannot surrender. We have 30 minutes on the clock. 30 minutes on the clock to finish this. I don't know what I'm doing, guys. To be honest, I mean, I feel like I know what I'm doing, obviously, but at the same time, I'm like, I don't know if we're gonna be able to do this the way that I was imagining in my brain. Maybe we are. Maybe we're not going to be able to. I feel like this smudge tool is working way better at creating kind of like that effect. And maybe what we can do is we use the warp effect to make it look like it's like going around, because that's the vibe with this. I want it to look like it's going like this. So maybe it's going back like that on both ends, and the bottom and the top. Looking out for comments, guys. So if you have anything, shoot it my way. Any ideas, anything that you're like, you should do this or that. Happy to hear those ideas. I don't know if I should do like a. Let's see if this works. Sometimes when you're using the kind of like the warp tool, and you're working on things like this, you don't really see. You see these white kind of like pixel things. Sometimes you know there's going to be something in there. Sometimes it's like I don't have no clue. Maybe we'll get something in there. Maybe not. Maybe let's just do the rotation like this. And you know what? We should have drawn this a little bit. What we were looking for. I guess I never explained that, did I? I'm looking for something like kind of like maybe that is going to go like this. Let's just see it real quick. Let's just visualize it real quick, guys. No, so if it goes down here, it needs to be down here like this, maybe. So this will be what goes in the back of it. Right, so it looks like the face is wrapping around to grab the other face. Oh, this is not looking good, is it? Jeez, guys. Maybe we'll move it down a little bit more. And yeah. I'm glad we kind of painted that, because that helps us visualize it a little bit more. Does that make sense? Okay, I think that makes sense a little bit. Face tunnels, yes. Yeah, it's like a tunnel. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see how it comes out. It's almost like it's melting in a way and just going around like a one of those candies that you could stretch and stretch and stretch. You know. I used to use the pen tool a lot, especially when cutting images and stuff like that. I don't find myself using it as often anymore to cut images because of the new way to cut images right now. It's like way easier, right? But yeah, it's like it's always good to use the pen tool. Maybe we can warp this a little bit more. Let me see. Maybe we can warp this a little bit more to fit like the direction of the. Yeah, and I'm not liking how it's. Oh, there you go. That's better a little bit. Let me turn this down so I can see behind it. Okay. It's looking a little bit better. It's not great. And it might not be great, guys. Hate to break it to you. Hope it is. I really hope it is, but this is like on the spot, you know. It's like live. It's what it is. It's real. And it might not work. It might work. I officially give you guys permission to make fun of me if it doesn't work. I like the added pressure, you know. Okay, let's add this kind of like roundness here. Maybe this would work. Cool, it's kind of working. I feel like when we add, the next step to make this a little bit better would be to add a little bit of the environment behind it. So the first thing we're gonna do, let's create a background for this. I'm gonna start with the background of like the color of the shirt because the environment looks like it's blue, so I don't want to drift too much from that. That's a tip for people out there. Like if you want to create a background that feels a little bit more realistic, don't do something super like off, like colors wise. You can change the color of the whole composition towards, you know, whatever the end or later on, but when you're creating the initial kind of like putting this in perspective, you don't want to go with something like super crazy off. Okay, that works. And now what we could do is that on this layer, I'm gonna just mask it to this layer right here, and we can always just add a little bit of light to the edge of this. And maybe now is when we can use the pen tool to like maybe cut this a little bit more. Right, and just give it a little bit more. What I'm doing is that I'm using the pen tool almost like a pair of scissors and just cutting around the edge of this thing. Okay, I'm liking that a little bit. A tip that I want to give you guys is sometimes you can do black underneath like a solid color. I did like a blue reflection there, but if you did black on that, it makes it disappear a little bit more. Let's do the same thing for this side. I did not do a good job of making this like kind of like follow the structure, but let's do it over here. Yeah, this one is a lot better, I feel like already, because with the other one I was trying to like do too much crap and it wasn't working out. This one, I feel like I should have done this the whole time. This is so much like simple and like it looks so much cleaner already. I should have just done this or this. Like it's pretty much finished. That's why you always save like a layer, like save a smart object. I should have done that to just be able to go back pretty quickly and change that. I did not do it, but that's okay. We can always keep going. Ophelia said, great to see someone so far along in the career, also through the same journey while creating Is this great? What am I doing? That's right. I always ask myself those questions, and I like asking people. First of all, thank you for being so nice. And you know, yes, I always ask people what they think about things. I like getting their opinion. I like asking people questions because you know you can know everything you want to know. You can do all the things, but at the end of the day, like people perceive as much as you're perceiving. So I feel like getting people's opinion is something that you should be doing. So yeah, I like this site so much better than the other one. You guys can see how much better this is than this one. So I mean, we wasted a lot more time on this side, and it didn't work out as well because we're trying to do too much. Sometimes that's what happens. You try to do too much, it doesn't work out. We got 20 minutes on the clock, but you know what? I feel good. I feel good. Sometimes you gotta start over, guys. This is a good reminder on how to do this. Again, isolating that little piece. Let's just stretch it out. Pressing shift, obviously, so that stays in place. Let's click OK. And now with this, let's just do the same warping. There it is. I'm gonna be warping it over here. And this side, man, this side is just giving us problems, huh? It's just giving us problems. We want to create this round disc. You see how round this looks? This looks so cool. Yeah, and you know, you can make it messy. You can make it whatever you want. That's why this is great. It's like you're exploring, you're doing your own thing. Let's bring some markers here so we can see kind of where we're ending the other side. It's always good to keep things symmetrical too, as much as you can. There it is. I'm trying to read chat as well, guys. This could be a really cool poster for Severance. You're right. Happy accidents. You're right about that, man. Like, you know, I feel like that was a while ago, but happy accidents are my favorite thing. You can, you know, always take advantage of those. I do like this. Boom. I'm gonna leave it right there. And you see how much this shadow is doing here. And then let's do it on this side again. So I did it kind of fast on the other side. I'm gonna add a layer here, put it over here, and I'm gonna do a darker face first, like a darker overlay to make it look like it's wrapping around a little bit. And then I'm gonna grab a white, and I'm using my mouse here, but obviously you can use a Wacom or whatever. It's going to be a little bit better. And then adding that, you see it's just slightly. Look at that. It's like a little bit more, a little bit more. There you go. That's nice. Okay, that's creating that effect that we were looking for. Around the edge right there. And I forgot to do something else, man. This is getting me right now. I forgot to do something else. I forgot to save the copy of this, which I thought I had before, to add it to the background, because we're gonna have to add this, or maybe we can use, this is what we could do. This is just a layer, so we can just copy paste from here. Man, you guys are seeing it live here, man. How the struggle is real. We're just doing the thing live. Okay, so I want to just kind of like merge these two through the back. So I'm gonna put it in the back, and let's just do like it's falling from here, right? So it should be coming out of here a little bit, as much as possible. And then same thing with the top. Same thing with the top. Thank you so much, Joseph, man. I appreciate it. Appreciate the love, bro. Just trying to create something interesting here. We got caught locking a little bit with the layers here a second ago, and sometimes when you try to do too much, it doesn't work out. The best thing to do is to keep it simple, to keep it open. It's going way lower than I wanted it to go, to be honest with you guys. But I feel like, you know, if the lines are back there, you see them going through the back. I think that's going to work out. You go, something like that. Let's click OK on that, see what it looks like. It's looking cool. It's looking cool. It's looking good. I like how it looks. What time are we on right now? Okay, 1:35. For me, I'm on Central Time, guys. And I have 15 minutes on the clock. I want to finish like around 5 minutes before the end, so we can talk about Discord a little bit. So we're doing good. We're doing good. I feel like most of the heavy lifting it's already happened. And obviously you can correct a little bit. I needed a little bit more correction right there. Obviously with this, you can keep dragging the pixels, playing with it. And now we get to do some of the fun part, which is like kind of blending this a little bit more to the face, adding light around, doing stuff like that. Thank you, Apurva, right? Apurva, am I saying that right? Thank you, appreciate it. That's more than cool, says Frank. Thank you, appreciate it. Franco, thank you for the comment as well. Well, I'll tell you what, we are 15 minutes away and it's looking good. I'm happy with it. It needs stuff, right? It needs stuff like somewhere, like it's almost there. We need to add some shadows to this. So let's make a new layer and kind of mask it to it. Normally when I'm working, like I'm just using like your standard brush and I'm just using soft brush, right? Where I can like just paint really quickly and it's like easy. So that is always something that you guys can do as well. I tend to do the stuff that I do a little bit more surreal looking. So I'm not trying to strike super realism on my work. I'm just trying to make something fun. Obviously this needs to be shadows. This is looking way more like going down than I want. Not super happy with this transition right here. I feel like it could be a little bit better. Like this one, you see how this one flows. The one on the left flows a little bit better. This one flows and kind of breaks. So maybe we can improve that a little bit. And it's like everything, you know, it's like you can spend so much time with the details. That's the beauty too, right? It's like the beauty of like finishing something and being like, I did that. And it made me teared up a little bit. It was a lot of work while I was doing it, but I did it. And that's what I want you guys to start doing with the challenge of the week. Do the on-the-spot challenge. Make something in this week that puts you on the spot, that, you know, takes you out of the comfort zone. I want to see that on Discord, and I want to give you guys feedback next week as much as I can. And yeah, we can go from there. I feel like it could be a good experience to do this together. So if you guys are down for that, make sure you go to the Discord channel and you kind of like start doing the challenge weekly. I want this to hang a little bit more, but now I'm ruining the bottom. Maybe I can just lock the bottom. It's not locking the bottom. I'm messing it up. I'm messing it up, guys. I'm messing it up. I don't know if I should keep playing with it or not for the sake of time. Okay, I'm not gonna play with it. I'm not gonna play with it anymore. There it is. You got on the chat. You got the Discord. Go in there. Go to the on the spot channel that we have specifically for the show, and submit before next Tuesday. Submit your creation, whatever it is. You know, it just has to get you out of this, put you on the spot, get you out of your comfort zone. That's what we're looking for. Okay, I'm liking this. I'm gonna move forward, guys. I'm gonna move forward because I'm running out of time a little bit. This other girl. Let's add some light to the hair over here. You see how that could work out. This is when we have to make decisions, right? Remember this thing that we liked at the beginning, the happy accident? Well, I don't like it anymore because it's messing up what I'm trying to do now. So I'm just going to kind of like delete that, erase that. Pretty simple. I'm just gonna do a mask and just delete that part. Perfect. And that way now when I'm gonna add some color to her hair on the back here. Again, an element that's not realistic at all. but it's always like, you know, I don't know, it just makes it stand out a little bit. I'm gonna flatten it first with the darker color, like the background color. And then on top of that, I'm going to do maybe a brighter color. Let's just do a red. And man, time flies, bro. It's like we're 11 minutes from my timer of 45 minutes. Because I do want to have a little bit of time to talk about next week. But I do like this red. This red looks cool. It looks like there's a light here in the back somewhere. Maybe we can support that by adding an artificial light, like behind here, right? There you go, look at that. It's looking cool. What do you guys think? Do you like it? Do you not like it? I don't know, I can tell I'm going fast. We're gonna match the left side with that same energy that we had here. So we're gonna just paint this a little bit. And you see, there's a small problem here. I can already see it happening. Whatever we deleted from here, we need it behind this. We need it behind this. We do. I want to make this decision pretty fast here, guys. I'm sorry. All I'm doing here is because I deleted this before. All this detail that was around the hair is gone. So I need it back in, so I'm adding it. There it is. Okay. So again, I'm making it flat with the blue, and I'm gonna grab the same red and do it on top of the blue. And you know what? I'm gonna do it on a different layer. Everything I'm doing, guys, is the simplest tools in Photoshop. So just so you know, you can do this too. You can do it too. Might take you some time to understand the tools, how they work, but you can definitely, if the ideas are here in this time of like, especially in this time that we're living in of like AI, all these things that are happening, all these technologies that are coming up. There's a lot of fear, there's a lot of stuff like that. But honestly, if you are able to imagine something, it's never been easier to get it done. So that's why I'm optimistic about the future of creativity. It's because it opens the door for everybody to be creative. And I feel like that's a beautiful thing. We can push each other to be better every day. I'm optimistic about that. I'm optimistic about that side. Okay, it's looking good. Let me delete a little bit of this hair over here. It's a lot. I'm going to do the same here. Deleting a little bit of that hair. There it is. We do like the red. What are we thinking? Love this. Let me see. Love the sound effects that you make when you're painting. Am I making sound effects? I don't even notice that I'm doing that. Dude, that's funny. I didn't notice that I was doing that. Apparently I'm making sound effects, which I love. It's funny. Good. Okay, so I'm seeing this light here that's coming from the sides. And again, feel free to drop a suggestion, whatever. Happy to try something else out. But we do need some light coming from here. If you guys can see the way this is happening, where it just feels like the composition. And this is something that I feel like, we need to start paying attention more to. It's like, what is the composition telling you of the photo, right? Or of the whole piece right now? It's like maybe you need, a little bit more of this happening, right? And you see that composition right there. It's like an X almost is happening. So it's like, how do you support that composition more? How do you break it? It's up to you, up to your creativity. For now, I feel like we do need a light. Like a light source down here that is lighting up this side of you see it? And another one here. And you guys can see it. There it is. Like the sound effect. Oh, the mouse. Okay. It wasn't me with my mouth, because I do a lot of like sounds when I'm like doing sounds for no reason. But I just wanted to make sure I wasn't doing weird sounds. Okay. I do like this. I like how this is looking. It's already a cool result. We can blend this a little bit more. That's what I want to do next. I want to blend this a little bit more. So how do we do that? Let's go ahead and do smart filter with all of these. A smart object, I mean. So now I have my subjects here on the smart, and then we have the background in the back and all of that. There's a lot of space up here. Normally I would do photo letters and things like that on the top as well. Maybe we can do something like that. Maybe we can do a little bit more of like something dramatic on the background with a little bit darker in the middle. I don't know what we could do in the middle here. Thinking about it. Any ideas, send them my way. Okay. Okay. We did this smart object so that we could go liquify. And let's go in. Let me make my window bigger. Guys, I'm new streaming, so if at any time I'm distracted and not paying attention to the chat, you know, it's like, give me a break, okay? Ted, are you kidding me, bro? Ted is one of my favorite people in the world. One of the nicest guys ever. Super talented. Obviously, you guys know who he is. Ted, I'm so happy to see you here, bro. Thank you for dropping by, man. Appreciate you. Cool. Thank you, Ted. Love you, bro. Okay, what I want to do now is that I want to blend this a little bit more. You see there's a clear line here, and I want it to be a little bit more, you know, a little bit more natural, right? I don't know if you're going to be able to fix this down here right now with the time that we have, but maybe we can just do a little bit of like a bigger, I like pulling these pixels in here a little bit more. Maybe I'm going to do the pressure down and the density down so this is not so obvious. And we're going to pull it like this. I'm just trying to blend it to where it feels a little bit more natural, right? And there's not so much of like a break there. Obviously, when we press Option and we click on it, we can restore it, right? So that's always good. Just keep that in mind. The same settings that you have is if you click Option, and you go, it'll go back to what it was. So no need to fear there. I do not want it to look like this, right? I don't want it to look like that. I mean, it could be cool. Like if we can work out like a water looking effect here and then throw some texture on top of it, that could be really cool. We can finally do my desire to like make this a little bit more warp on the edges maybe. We could do all of that. I'm not gonna get into it because it's not gonna be good with the time we have left. We have 3 minutes left to finish this, and obviously that's not enough time to make it perfect. So I'm just gonna go with what I can do, which is just make it small improvements. Something else that's really important to develop in your career as a creator is how much can you push something to get it to, we joke about this all the time in my office, but to get it to like 80%, 90%, 95%. Some people do not have the ability to go beyond 95%, because that's what makes, you know, things truly special at the end. It's like that extra last percent. But if you can get it, what are the things, just starting to recognize, what are the things that makes something 90% there visually, and then that's where you focus on first. And then if you have time for all the other stuff, you can do it. But I'm telling you, man, industry, everything works fast. People want fast things, and if you're not working with big brands right now, you might think, oh, maybe, you know, once I'm working with so-and-so, things will be a little bit slower, or like once I'm working with that company, things are going to be, it's not going to be like that. I'm telling you, everybody works fast in the industry. I got a phone call last night about a project that's kicking off today, and I'm like looking at the calendar. I'm like, this is not real. Like this is. Are you talking about tomorrow? They're like, yeah, tomorrow. Super excited. So yeah, it's like it's the way it is, right? So let's wrap this up, guys. Let's wrap it up. It's not perfect. It's cute. It's cute. Could be better. I'm gonna do a red down here to tighten things up a little bit more. I feel like that's gonna help. We could do so much to this. We could blend this so much better. You see this effect, it's not looking great. One thing that you can do to hide all this mess, and this is like, you know, secret gold right here that I'm gonna give you. You know this already. I'm just making a big deal out of it. But something that you want to do is that you want to do a 50% gray on top of the whole piece right here, and then change it right to 50%. So we're gonna do 50 and then 0, 0. And then this gray, we're gonna make it a convert to smart object. Okay, yes, yes. And then we're gonna go to camera raw filter, and we're going to go to the effects and add some grain to this. 55 is fine. However dramatic you want to make it. And it's going to give you this kind of like noise, and then just do an overlay on that. Boom, put it on top. It blends all of that mess up. You don't even know what's going on down there. It's like it's a mess down there, right? So really good tip to just, you know, blend things, smooth things out. Yeah, I'm 20 seconds you're going to hear my alarm go off, and my timer is going to end. My composition here is a little bit bottom heavy. I'll probably work a little bit more on this to bring it to my Instagram. Normally on Instagram, I like to also make different sizes and different things that people can visualize what I have as my vision. But there it is. It's my timer. Timer went off, guys. We got 5 more minutes or so together. So a couple things that I want to walk you guys through. First of all, is to encourage you to do this as much as you can. This is like something that I feel like everybody can do. It's just, it takes practice to go from your brain to your hands and be able to do it. But I mean, you guys can do this, and I want to encourage you to give it a try. So if you want to give this a try, join the on the spot challenge, and let me open Discord real quick. Yeah, on the spot right here. You see it, so you can get in here, and by next Tuesday, the 20th, I want to see your posters in here, or your images, or whatever, you know, gets you out of the comfort zone. And then what I'll do, you know, if you put it in here, it's because you want me to critique it. So I'll use the first 5 minutes of next Wednesday to critique it, and I'm gonna critique it like you know, like I would critique anything from my company or the work that I do, which is pretty straightforward, encouraging you to get better, but at the same time, you know, calling out the things that could improve. So, you know, if you want that kind of feedback, and if you're okay with that, post your work here before next Tuesday, and then feel free to ask me any questions that you want, anything like that. Get you one of these timers, not this one, but any other timer that, you know, that is going to help you improve as a creator, like so much. So yeah, this is the result for today. I'm gonna post this on my Instagram so you guys can see it and like it and do all that fun stuff. Thank you, Frank. Appreciate it. Appreciate you guys being here. Thank you for all the comments and all the love. Thank you, everybody that's joined. Thank you, the moderators as well. Next week, what's gonna happen in the show next week? We're gonna do the same thing that we did today, but we're gonna add a wheel that we're gonna spin to get different styles, right? So we're gonna be spinning a wheel, the wheel of styles, and whatever style we land on is the style that I'm going to have to create the poster on that style. That sucks for me. I do not want to do it. I don't even know. I'm setting up my own rules, and I'm doing a horrible job at it. But I'm doing that next week, so don't miss that. Join me on my Instagram. You'll see this posted either later today or tomorrow. Go in there and just you know, say I was there, good to see you, all of that, so we can stay in touch. And yeah, don't forget to submit your on the spot challenge next week. Thank you, everybody, for joining me. I really appreciate it. Thank you for the time. Thank you, everybody. We'll see you guys next week. Thank you.